So I've been converting this ex-U-Haul box truck into a work living space for the past 6 months, and I've been uploading my progress videos on it as I build it out. And it started to upset a lot of people. So I wanted to do a quick video just to talk about it. So I've worked with a lot of different YouTube channels, some of which have had pretty emotionally charged subject matter. And I've seen some of the angriest comments in this channel, despite the fact that it's just a guy doing a DIY project. So with seeing that, I wanted to talk a little bit about why people are getting upset with some of my videos, creative projects in general, and a little bit about feedback as well. So I thought it'd be interesting for anyone out there who is a creator or is a consumer of content. So it's going to be a slightly different format to me building stuff badly. So first of all, I want to thank everyone for the comments on my build, whether it's good, bad, unnecessary, necessary. I do appreciate the fact that people are coming by and following along on what I'm doing. There's a million choices of things to watch out there, so the fact that you stop by on my channel, I appreciate it. So the first thing is, what is this negative feedback? What are these angry comments? So as I've been building out this U-Haul, I've been doing it all from scratch. I have no experience, and I'm doing a lot of stuff that people train for years in doing, build a lot of experience, understand a lot of safety measures and things like that. So as I'm doing it, people are coming in with different levels of feedback. Some people are just like, hey, well done, keep going. Other people are like, hey, maybe you could do it this way, or I would do it this way. And then some people are like absolutely just livid with the fact that I'm doing this in general, or that I'm doing things in a certain way and it's not the right way to do it, etc. So there's kind of 3 different levels of feedback, but the amount of people who get genuinely mad, calling me stupid, calling me dumb, calling me an idiot, calling me soft, all of this kind of intense stuff that people feel the need to drop by has been increasing over time. And it's just been really interesting to watch. I mean, I started this channel just to show loved ones about what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. But I think because I put it in public, people are coming with certain expectations as to what this channel is, what my videos are, and what I'm doing with it. So that kind of brings me on to the first point, which is the difference between expectations and reality. I think that this is one of the main disconnects that people are having. And I think maybe other YouTubers or creators have this same sort of thing, which is people come in with a certain expectation of what you're putting online. So some people are watching the channel because they want to do what I'm doing in their own time. Some people, I think, come to this channel seeing it as maybe a how-to channel. This is how you do a certain thing. Because I don't repeat it in every video, some people assume that I am an expert or I've done this before, even though I have 0 experience. So people have certain expectations because a lot of channels out there on YouTube are teaching you how to do something. The thing for me is that this channel is the exact opposite of it. This channel for me is a learning channel. This is me documenting my learning journey as I go. Every project that I've done to turn this truck into a living space has been learned from other channels, through people just doing it, through people who have done it many, many times and are teaching it. I am by no means even remotely experienced. I'm still a beginner in all of this. And I think that people are coming in assuming sometimes that this is me trying to give advice or trying to teach people on how to do something, which it's not. It's the exact opposite. This is just people witnessing in on me doing a lot of failing, right? But I think that mismatch creates a dissonance, a disconnect in people's brain. So they're expecting one thing, they're getting something else, and they're like, this is crazy. This guy is doing everything wrong, which is something that, as a learner, that's something I know, right? When I'm doing something and it fails, I've done it wrong, right? That's the learning process. So I think that when people's expectations aren't met, they react. The reality of the channel is that this is just me putting stuff out there. If people find it useful, great. If they don't, that's also fine. If people find it entertaining or want to watch a car wreck, that's also fine. I kind of see this as adult Lego. This is me just enjoying the sort of creative process and experiencing it for the goods and the bads, the stressful points and all that sort of stuff. Like the fact that I've had to buy 2 inverters for what I'm doing, the fact that I've had to redo my power situation multiple times, my air conditioning, I've had to redo that multiple times. One person dropped a comment that was like, why don't you just give up if it's causing you that much stress? The thing is that the stress is only ever temporary. Stress is fine. In the moment, I feel it, but this is part of the process, despite how this channel looks. Video production is what I've been doing for a long time. So I've had a lot of creative projects that I've felt stressed through, but in no way does that mean I want to avoid that stress. That's part of the learning process for me. Learning and enjoying the difficulties of the process. As you can probably tell, this is not some polished, clean tutorial of here's how to do it. There's loads of channels out there that are great, that are very qualified in doing that, but that is not what this channel is. And I'm pretty happy with that because I don't have the time to do that. I think I've realized that there is a feedback spectrum, right? And if you're creative or you're doing something in public or even with friends and family, understanding the feedback spectrum is super useful to help not let it affect you massively. So there's constructive criticism, which is great, especially when it comes to safety. If I have a blind spot for what is safe and what is not safe, then I love the fact that someone's like, hey, this can be really dangerous, here's why. Perhaps think of it doing it a different way. That's awesome. I love that. So constructive criticism is the stuff that's, I don't necessarily ask for, but it's really important that I get, and life-saving and injury-saving. I love that. Then there's personal preference, which is, hey, I would do it this way, or you may want to do it this way, which is different options as to what I might want to do. With me personally, it's not super useful because most of my videos, I end up editing them like months later. So the stuff that you're watching recently is something that happened like months ago. But that doesn't mean that I don't want to hear people's opinion, because like if I do a build again, or if other people in the comments are watching this and they want to see alternatives, then they have options. So it's good to see that in the comments, and it's interesting to sort of keep my brain in learning mode and go, oh yeah, cool, that's awesome. And you know, as a creator, like sometimes people can see that as like haters, where it's, oh, you know, people are just telling you what to do. I don't necessarily see it that way. I think it's more just, oh, here's an alternative option, or here's how I would do it. And if it sparks a creative thing in somebody else's brain, that's awesome. So that's the sort of middle ground. But then there's the third category, which is emotional projection. I think that because I've spent time working with YouTube channels with subjects that are quite emotionally sensitive, it's easier for me to spot now when someone's having a bad day, someone's having a bad month, someone's having a bad year. It's a lot easier for me to spot that. And that is what most people would be, oh, they're just a hater, they're jealous. A lot of that is that it can feel really intense. And I can see a lot of the angry comments that I get on my build videos are from that. I think I can understand a little bit about why, on my video specifically, why someone would get so upset, especially if you are a electrical engineer that has been doing it for 25 years and you're seeing some guy think, I can do this, this is easy. It could possibly feel pretty insulting to be like, well, I've been doing this for 25 years and this guy comes in with no knowledge and is trying to wire up a full electrical system. Like, I've trained for this. That's insulting that he thinks that he can get 25 years of experience in one day. Like, that's crazy. And that annoys me because it almost diminishes all of my work that I put in. So I could see that. And same for like building and carpentry and all that sort of stuff. I guess the one thing that I would say to that is that in doing this, even though I wanted to try and wanted to put a lot of effort in, it's actually built a lot of respect in me for the people that do the manual sort of jobs so well, because it's really hard. Like, it's really, really difficult. It takes real skill and effort. And again, this is not something that I've achieved. You'll look in my videos, you'll see there's some big mistakes that I made, and that's after research. That's after me researching, and I bought a van build guide that was very specific, and even then I missed stuff. So there's a lot of pitfalls. So I understand experienced people coming in and feeling upset. I get that. And if you are a creator or you're doing something, you're thinking about doing this, and friends and family maybe get upset with you or angry at you whilst you're doing this, bear that in mind. People are going to be concerned. People are going to be a bit insulted. So that's kind of the third level of feedback. If someone says you're an idiot, which a lot of people have said to me, I'm an idiot, I'm stupid, I'm crazy, whatever it is, I get why they think that. But, you know, this is not something that I'm going to action. I'm not going to action that kind of feedback. And I think that that's the thing that is really clear to me, is that when people are emotionally projecting, it doesn't mean that they're haters. I don't see them as haters. You know, if someone's angry with you, they're kind of probably struggling with how they feel about what you're doing. And what I would say is that if you, as a consumer of content, feel angry watching someone's video or tweet or whatever it is, feeling angry, totally normal. If you're wanting to give feedback, wait until that anger's gone. Process that anger in your own time. Don't put that burden on other people. Process that. Figure out what the piece of feedback you want to give is, and present it in the most neutral way possible, without calling someone stupid, without calling someone lazy, dumb, whatever it is. Because if you want someone to listen to you, best thing you can do is present it in the most neutral way possible. This is actually something that's going to benefit you. If you feel angry and you want to tell someone some feedback, it's in your benefit if you go away, process your emotions, and then leave that feedback in a neutral way, because they're going to receive it better. This is saying this benefits you. If you want people to listen to you, it's in your benefit to present this feedback in a neutral way. So it's in your benefit. If you're angry, your point's already lost. People don't listen to angry people very much. So it's in your benefit. That's why. So the other thing is that when it comes to, if you're a creator and your people around you are talking about or asking about what you're doing, and they're questioning why you're doing things a certain way, just remember that you have a right to pivot on your creative project. This is what I've been doing a lot. My original plan is very different from what this is right now. But at the end of the day, if it's a creative project, like, be creative. Don't get stuck into what it should be. My build started as one thing and then it evolved into something different. People leaving feedback is all well and good, but just remember that at the end of the day, it's your project, and just do it to do it, and let other people have their opinions, but don't feel pulled by those opinions, I think. For one example, I changed my AC unit. I removed my AC unit because it was getting frustrating, and everyone was like, oh my God, this is your fault. This is on you. You failed. Here's what you should have done. And all of the stuff that they're saying is stuff that I've already thought of those things, and I still made the decision I did because I wanted to, because it was something that I considered, and I made a choice that they didn't want to make, which is fine. But people get riled up because they're like, well, I told you this and you didn't do it, and now it's different. The best thing about creative projects is that they're not linear. As you get in them, they change and flow into different aspects. The one thing that stuck with me, which I love, there's a Vanlife person called Vanlife Meow. I'll tag him in. I was watching one of his videos ages ago, and he was just building away, and he was like, that's a good thing about this process, is there are no rules. So there's no right and wrong way of doing it. It just stuck with me because I saw people in his comments being like, oh, you should do it this way, or you need to do it this way, or your woodworking should be this way, or your electrical should be this way. And I saw everyone fighting amongst themselves in his comments, and he was just like, there are no rules. Especially in terms of this project, there are so few people that have done it in the grand scheme of things when you compare it to building a house. So there are really no established rules to this whatsoever. So you can do it however you want, really. So you're allowed to change your mind with any creative project. Just always try to stay safe, that's all. So ultimately, I think the main points that I'm trying to make are, if you are creating, just knowing why you're doing it, what your intent is, what your goals are, and taking the best feedback that you can from the overwhelming amounts of feedback that you will get on just existing in the world, but also understanding that people like to give feedback and it makes them feel good because they want the freedom to express themselves. It's a human thing. So just disconnecting from their goals along the way. But on the other hand, as a consumer or an enjoyer of other people's creative stuff, just learning how to give feedback, and also whether you really need to give feedback. Is it actually something that the other person wants? Do they want feedback? Or would it be better just to go, good work, keep going, well done? Just understanding whether that feedback is more for you to feel good or whether it's actually useful for what they're looking for. That's the other thing. And when people do have a difference of opinion or they express it in a different way, not thinking they're a hater, they're just going through what they're going through. And that doesn't have to be your burden as well, just remembering that. So I do appreciate the comments. Thank you again for all the nice comments and support and offers to help as well. That's one thing that people have been really nice about. For the people who are getting upset, maybe present it in a different way and it will help me to find that nugget of information that you're trying to say that I can take away and learn from it. And thank you for watching a video that is not like a typical van life video. I don't even think I'm a van life channel, but thank you for watching something that's maybe a little bit different. And if you are a creator, keep creating. And if you're not a creator and you're just a consumer, keep consuming, but also just be nice about it. And if you feel like you want to give feedback to someone, maybe create something yourself, because you get to put something into the world. Anyway, for now, thank you all. I am clocking out.